Yo, 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 what's good, people? It's your boy Kelvin with Behind the Bench. Give a salute to everyone out there in social media world. Hope y'all doing well. And salute to the other guys in the group. Rashad, Jermaine, JB. Check out their videos. All right, I want to speak about Shaquille O'Neal and Pau Gasol and how fake narratives get started by the media and how these narratives take on a life of their own. All right. Here recently, there's been a lot of debate about Paul Pierce and Dwayne Wade, and most of the media, saying Dwayne Wade is a better player, which is fine. But you can make your point saying Dwayne Wade is great without over exaggerating how great he is to diminish Paul Pierce. Now, what they're doing is a lot of times when they speak of their 2006 finals, they speak on it as if he didn't have any help and as if Shaq was just a washed up player during that time he was in Miami. Stephen A. Smith had a quote where he said that uh, Shaq was past his prime, which is true, and Dwayne Wade was a driving force, and at that point, Lonzo Mourning was more feared than Shaq, which is false. True enough, Shaq was a little bit past his prime. He wasn't the Shaq of Orlando and the Lakers, but he was still a hell of a player with Miami. The first year in Miami in 2005, he almost won MVP of the league. He was averaging like 23, 10 or something like that. And Steve Nash barely beat him out for MVP. Now in the playoffs, I think he had got injured, I believe, in 2005. He came back and he took a step back and let Dwayne Wade take the lead. But even then, as a number two option, he was giving you like 18 and 8, I believe, or something like that, which is still very good numbers for a number two option. And then the second year, 2006, when they won the title, Shaq was giving you 20 and 10. He was All NBA first team. He was the best center in the league, All Star. And in the playoffs, he was giving you, I think, 18 and 10. Now, in the finals, I know everyone just looks at the finals. I think he averaged like 14 or 13 and 10 or something to that effect. The reason why Shaq scoring numbers were down in the finals against the Mavericks is because the Mavericks, their game plan was to double and triple team Shaq every time he touched the ball. I live in Dallas. I listened to it during that time. I was listening to the radio and reading about it. And their game plan was to stop Shaq first, even before Dwayne Wade. And what they did, every time Shaq touched the ball, he was getting double and triple team. And so Shaq did what he's supposed to do, pass it out to his teammates and let them do their thing while he drawing out attention. Now, take nothing away from Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade was great with the help of the refs and almost 100 free throws, but nevertheless, great and the best player and deserved finals MVP, true enough. But Shaq was not washed. Let me look at the playoff run in 2006, 1 second. That playoff run, Shaq averaged, 18 and 10. And his scoring, like I said, was down a little bit in the finals because the Mavericks doubled and triple team. So Shaq was still the best center in the league, even at a decline point of his career. Still very effective and still a hell of a player. But if you listen to the media and the narratives they try to spin, you'll think Shaq was just along for the ride, which is not true. you know. But let's go on the other end. Let's talk about Pau Gasol. Of course, we know Pau Gasol was at Memphis. He got traded to the Lakers. When he got to the Lakers, he played with Kobe, and they won 2 titles. Pau Gasol was a needed player. Kobe had to have him as a second option in order to win. True enough. But if you listen to the media, and the media has brainwashed a lot of younger fans, they act like Pau Gasol was prime Wilt Chamberlain or even prime Shaq or prime Kareem. You know, when Pau Gasol was giving you like 18-9 and 18-10, 18-11, you know, and at that point there were other great power forwards and centers in the league, and Pau Gasol was like barely a top 10, like a top 7 or 8 big man in the league at that time. True enough, he made All NBA second team, but that's because Chris Bosh and Zach Randolph were on below 500 teams. But both of them had better numbers than Pau Gasol. So Pau Gasol, even in those championship years, he was like a top 7 or 8 big man during his time. But if you listen to the media, and because they don't like Kobe for whatever reason, and a lot of the fans, some of the fans don't like Kobe, they'll twist the narrative and make you think Pau Gasol was prime Wilt Chamberlain, which he wasn't. He was a very effective all-star, middle of the road all-star, power forward, and they had to have him. But he wasn't prime Shaq. He wasn't prime Kareem. But if you listen to the media, they'll spin the narrative and make Pau Gasol seem greater than he is, because they trying to push a narrative with Dwayne Wade, and they trying to push a narrative with Kobe Bryant, make him seem less of a player. And I even heard it's been people going around for years saying, "Oh, Pau Gasol, he deserved Finals MVP in the 2010 Finals against the Celtics." Well, let's look at Pau Gasol's numbers in the Finals of 2010. Let's look and see. Pau Gasol put up his normal 18 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists. Really good numbers. Pau had a very good series. But you're going to tell me he deserves Finals MVP over Kobe, who averaged almost 29 points a game, 8 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals? But Pau Gasol is somehow supposed to get Finals MVP over Kobe? You see how they spin the narrative with these, about who they like? Let's look at Pau Gasol's numbers when he was with the Lakers, his regular season numbers. So it was 2 years. Give me 1 second. All right. Pau Gasol, he was averaging, 18-11. So he put up the same numbers in the regular season that he did in the final. During that 2000, this was 2010. And 2009, he put up, I think, very similar numbers. Let's see. 18-10. But if you listen to the media, Pau Gasol is even put up Anthony Davis numbers in the bubble, which Pau Gasol is nowhere close. But this is how false narratives catch legs and start running on social media, because the media on TV and on the internet, they put out false narratives. That's the reason why I advise everyone, especially young fans, to do your own research. Go back and watch old games, read books about old players and stuff like that. Go on YouTube, study these games, study these older players. And then once you do it and you see it, formulate your own opinion. Don't listen to the media, because the media is trying to sway a narrative. They're trying to trick you. They're trying to control your mind. You control the media, you control your mind. That's the reason why I don't really watch this stuff. I watch my own games, I do my own research, and then I formulate my own opinion. And that's what I would advise anyone who listens to this, recording, to do the same. Stop watching these cats on TV. They're putting out a lot of false narratives. My name is Kelvin. So Behind the Bench. I'm out. Y'all be blessed.